Hey everybody, I got one more thing I got to pull up and check. I meant to already have it done. And so, but I think we should be good today as far as. Hey Joe, hey Tina, hey Trucker Janie. Hey Joe, hey Tina, hey Trucker Janie. Hey Joe, hey Tina, hey Trucker Janie. Oh, let me turn my volume down. See, I keep forgetting that. There we go. No more echo. Okay. Oh, if these notifications from YouTube would stop, but the computer's been up for a minute and they still coming in. Okay, I think we're good. I ran a speed test this morning. We upped, so we're going to do technical talk for just a moment. I'm not a techie, but when it's already, see, and it shouldn't be spinning. I just did a speed test. Fine. So I'm going to, is it buffering for you guys? Because it's buffering bad for me. Oops, and I dropped the phone. And I'm still buffering. And now it's not buffering. Okay, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. See, and I ran a speed test and I'm over 4 megabits per second, which is supposed to be fine for streaming. So I don't know. You guys tell me, are you buffering? Are you not buffering? Does it look good today? What's happening? I think my chat quit. There it goes. Okay, Janie, that's fine. So it's good now, Tina. Okay, so the techie talk, we upped the internet speed again. And then I found out that my modem over here, my booster, isn't boosting at all. It's broke. We've got one ordered, but it won't be here till next week. Sometime next week. So don't know what we're going to do about that. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for coming. Hi, Vanessa. Hey, Tina. But we do have one coming. And then I ran the speed test. Here's what's crazy, you guys. Early this morning, I ran the speed test at 6:30. 35 megabits a second download, 10 megabits a second upload, which is way more than YouTube requires. I just ran the speed test. More people are awake now. More people are on the internet now. It was like 3 megabits download and it was 5 megabits upload. That's crazy. So I don't have a clue. We're going to try it live. And we'll see, Brenda, what happens when I connect to my booster, I get connected but no internet. So it's not pulling internet. I'm basically an intranet at that point. But the good news is my printer connects to that same booster. So as long as my printer and my phone, which I print from, are both connected, I can still print. I don't need the Wi-Fi, basically. But connected with no internet means I'm not going to get internet. So we've unplugged that. We're not using that at all. I think it would be much better once I get the booster next week. Repeater thing. I'm just not technical about all this stuff. But I think we're good. I ran a speed test just before I went live to make sure that the speeds are there. The speeds are there. If it does buffer, let me know. But right now, my internet without a booster is faster than my 4G. And that, again, I ran it this morning as well. And my 4G was kicking some butt this morning at 10 megabits a second, or it was some outrageous number for upload. But more people awake, more people pulling from that tower. There's only one. Oh, there we go. There's only one tower out here, and more people pulling from the tower. It's crazy. And now that it's worse than working again. Why does my chat keep stopping? Yeah, Brenda, see, but I'm not having that issue. I'm able to pull up web pages and everything, but that's the download speed. It's the upload speed, which is what we need to stream. So hopefully this looks good, and we can go on and do our thing without it being all blurry and fuzzy. Because I don't want to do blurry, fuzzy videos, you guys. I've watched those, and I know. And I'd have to go to record it at that point if it's going to be blurry, fuzzy. So we're going to alter envelopes and make some envelopes. Like I showed this one in my little thing yesterday, where I took what it was is a piece of paper like this that should have printed full, that didn't, and made this. So I have a whole stack of those misprints. And then I have some regular business size envelopes to play with, coffee dyed regular size ones, and some book pages to make. Like this envelope has, let me get under camera, it has 2 pockets in it. It's got a pocket here and a pocket here, and then the little flap. So we can make stuff like this. And what else do I have? Oh, I have more business size ones. I don't need all those. So I have more book pages that are already, I think, glued together, ready to go. And I'll show y'all how to make this little envelope and that kind of thing. So first, and then we have this, which was just a cutoff from a paper. We're going to straighten it up, and we can make a small envelope. So we'll do these. We'll do this first. Oh, I got stuff attached to my cutter. And if you were here on the anniversary special and won prizes or Happy Mail, however YouTube wants us to look at that now, those went out in the mail yesterday. They did not have any tracking on them, but they did get out in the mail. Everybody should have their stuff by the weekend, hopefully, because nobody lives really far away. Okay, so I trim it all up. And then I know the front to be right side up. And I think I want this to be shorter. So I'm going to cut a piece off of here. There we go. So if we want the front to be right side up, we just flip it up. Before I do anything else, I'm going to round these flap corners. And then I am going to just fold over the little flappy part. And we're going to run a very small bead of glue here. And now we're just going to close it. And now we have an envelope that we can use in a journal. We can make it be a flip out, like pockety thing, or it can go in like this, and this is going to be right side up. So we have that to use in a journal. We have one that I made the other day when I was playing and practicing. It does. It could be used as a belly band, definitely. I have to watch it because I shifted the camera. So my marks may not be, well, yeah, that's pretty good right there. So I just need to stay within my little marks and I should be good. So now we'll work with this one. I love this image over here. And I save these white strips, you guys, because they're good to stamp on, especially when they're this wide. These are good to stamp in, and it's got coffee dye printed on the back. So, but they make good things to stamp on and that kind of thing. Okay. Wait, do we want it to be shorter? I think so. So we're going to get another belly band out of it. Okay. And again, we want to flip it upside down. And I'm going to make this one shorter and have a bigger flap. And before I do anything with the flap, I go in and cut my corners. We'll run our little bead of glue. I have to get used to this new camera setup, y'all. And then we'll fold our flap up. Whoops, that's crooked. There we go. Now we have another little envelope. Oh, now we have another little envelope that we can use. Okay, so now with these, I have seen these done several different ways. You can put them like this and fold them in half. Well, we'll just do that. I'm going to put just a tiny dot of glue at the top because that's really the only thing you want held down. Then you fold it in half. And it goes in a journal like this, and this gets a tuck spot, this gets a tuck spot, and then, now, I want mine to open and have pockets going this way and this way. You could cut the top off and have pockets, tuck spots, and then pockets. But I know I want mine to be on the sides. So I'm going to cut just a smidgen off of each little end. Smidgen being a technical word. That didn't cut all the way. So now when this goes in the journal, it will have this pocket. This is where the seam is going to be, or the fold for the signature. It'll have this tuck, and a pocket over here. So you could put tags in your pockets, different things in your tuck spots. This could go at the bottom of the page. It could go in the middle of the page. It could go a lot of different places. Now, another way you could do it is if you folded it this way. Well, no, I was thinking if you fold it like that, and then this is upside down. See, that's horrible. I was thinking there had to be a way to fix it so you could get tuck spots and this, but there's not. You get one or the other. But I do like the tuck spots like this. Now, you could do it just like a regular envelope. In this case, I wouldn't glue anything. I would just tuck it in. fold it one way or the other. And now when you have this in your signature, you have this tuck spot and this. And that's how I would leave that one. And like I said, I wouldn't glue anything on that. I would just put it in there. So now we have that one. Another way to use your envelopes is, let's get this to fold. Let's seal it. We need to seal it for this one. And I want to cut the edge. And I'm going to cut this edge off. I think I need a new blade. I didn't cut all the way. There it goes. Let me snip the fuzzy part. And hubby bought me new blades. I just have to figure out where I put them. So now what I want to do is fold it like this. And put this on a page. And then you have a tuck spot here, a spot here, a spot here. And if you only glue around your 3 edges, you would have another pocket or tuck behind. So that's going to just really depend on how you put it in your journal. But I am going to glue these 2 little edges down. Boy, that blade really didn't do a good job on this. So there we have this one. So it's got, if I can get it to work. It's got a big tuck spot here, a littler one here for like a small tag, and then there's one here. And then when you glue it down, if you only glue your 3 edges, you would have one here. You could put it on this side of a page and just glue this and have like a corner tuck behind it. A lot of things to do with that. Now we're going to move on to book paper. Envelopes. And with these, I turn it upside down. Same thing. And I fold it up. Oh, I need unglued. Are there any unglued ones? No. Well, we'll get unglued ones. I turn it up where I need it to, where I want it to be. And then I make my flap. And I'm going to go in and round my corners. Like that. Now, if you wanted this to tuck in, you could take one of your bigger pieces and put it across right here. And then your little flap will tuck down in that to hold it closed. And then this you could decorate. So we're going to do that, I think. Make sure we get it. It's got to go right here. I know what words it needs to cover. And I'm not inking anything because I don't know what journal these are going to get used in. Okay, I said I knew what words to cover. We want it to go right there. Did I just glue that whole thing? Nope. Okay, that has to dry. I did that wrong. I did that completely wrong. You can't glue it all the way down. And I'm not looking at chat. I'll look at chat in just a moment. Yeah, we can't glue it all the way down, guys. That was a boo-boo. You need to leave it open so you have a place to put your flap. So now I'll do it correctly. Across the top or the bottom, up the sides. It needs to go right to there. Yep. And then this little flap will just flip right under there when it's dry. We'll come back. Okay. Hi, Misty. Hi, Deborah. Who else did I miss? Hi, Chris. How are you? Thank you for coming. Oh, and there went the phone. Hi, Angie. How are you? Thank you for coming. Ooh, you grabbed the horseradish. Yeah, I guess your sinuses are clear now. Bless your heart. And there was I wanted to show you how to do, where'd that sample one go? And it's not really an envelope, but we're going to do it anyway. Just because we're working with book pages and stuff. Now for this one, I used 2 pages, but there's another one that I used 4 pages for. So I'm going to be able to make both of these. I'm just going to tear up paper. Okay. We'll set those aside. And I just put that in that glue. I need to trim this one rough edge off. Okay. This paper's thicker book paper, so I'm not really worried about it, but I do want to kind of trim this other side down a little bit so that they kind of look even. There we go. That looks good to me. So for this one, I want it flipped upside down. And I'm going to pull the bottom page up pretty far. And I'm going to fold that over. Now my writing is right side up. I'm going to pull this one up not as far because I want 2 pockets here. Well, let me fold this over. Now let's see. We can line them up one right below the other. If I can get this correct. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to run a bead of glue down this side. And I am off camera. And down this side. And before, I'm not pressing anything yet because I know that's not how I want them to go. Slide it up a little bit. up a little bit more. Now I got to slide it over a little bit because it's not lined up. Okay. And I still want to fold this one down. So take my glue here. Now that back page one is going to be off. It's not right side up. It's upside down. Oh, Lordy. And I'm just going to glue these little flaps down before I do anything else. Well, maybe I'm going to glue the flaps down. There we go. Pull this one back up. So now what we're going to have, and it's got something on it, is a pocket, a pocket, a pocket. Depending on how you put it on your page, you may have another pocket behind. So we used 2 pieces of paper and got 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 pockets. And now I'm just going to glue these. I don't need that glue up there. Well, my little flappy is not glued. This works so much better off camera, guys. So I'm just going to run the glue down the sides. Open this one up. Down this side. And there you have it. And that's crooked as all get out. Y'all will make yours better and make them not be crooked. Because this little, well, maybe I can pull the flap back up. This flap is crooked. And that's still going to be crooked if I don't get it folded straight. That looks better. So there you have it. Now the one with 4 book pages, a little bit different. Oh, I don't want to cut that much off. And you just have to decide if you want your words to be like here. These are all right side up till I get to this back one. And so this is right side up. That would have been right side up. So I could have flipped those since that's hidden and it would have worked. I didn't think ahead. So we're going to flip it upside down again. And this one we're going to come way up high. And this is probably going to be covered. So this is where that thinking ahead is. Let's do this. Come up high. Fold this over. I may have to trim edges because it's paper. I flipped my paper around so now it doesn't line up. Split the bottom one. Yeah, hang on. Let's fix this. There we go. Now they're all straight on all sides. And you're not even going to see any of those words. Okay, then we're going to pull this one up. Okay, stop it, paper. let's do this. Let's glue this flap. And glue this part right here for our pocket. And then it went crooked. Let's uncricket it. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to line these pages back up. And we're going to fold this next one up, but not all the way up. And we're going to make a flap. And the only reason I'm making the flaps is this is what's going to get the most wear stuff going in and out of the pocket, and it will help strengthen the pocket, that edge. So now fold this up to where it comes right underneath of that one. Make sure they're stacked together straight. This is going to give you one of those loaded like pocket things when it's done. And I'm going to put glue up that. And I'm only going from the fold up. And I had that pulled up a little bit. No, I didn't. Scooch it back down. We had them one right below the other, I think. Like that. But again, it's not straight. Okay. So now we have this pocket and this pocket. We're going to take the third sheet of paper. Let's make our, I'm going to make the flat part first. So I'm going to make the flap first. Put these on here. And then I want to fold this up so that this flap is right below the other flap, like we did a minute ago. And then I'll crease it at the bottom. And that's not on there straight. That's not straight. Let's try again. Get the paper straight. And refold. Okay. And then I'm going to put the glue from the fold up to the edge. And now we're going to glue our little flap down. And I got to check on chat. I see Carrie Ann came in. Hi, Carrie Ann. Okay. We have one last one to do. And let me look at chat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Carrie Ann. I hope you get to feeling better. Okay, Misty. See, I'm way behind. If it won't go under the cutter, I would use a ruler and mark it at each end and an X-Acto knife or craft blade, since we can't use main brand names, a craft knife. Um, that would be the best way to do it. That's how I would do it. I would lay it down, use a ruler, and make sure I mark it. And if it's wider than a 12-inch ruler, which it probably is, make several marks going down it so you can just put your ruler, craft knife, and then slide your ruler down, but you have the marks so you can get it lined back up, and then craft knife again. Or something longer with a longer straight edge, a yardstick maybe. So that's what I would do. Oh, thank you for answering that, Brenda, because I answered it and then I see where you answered it. Rotary cutters are great. Oh, Brenda, you're still working with the buttons? Good, ugly, and downright ugly. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'll find a use for stuff. Hi, Angela. How are you? Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're here again. Oh, Happy Meals are fun. Okay, Misty, good. I'm glad you're back. I know if you don't get on YouTube, you can forget how it works. And that's the same with going live because they keep changing stuff. Okay, Misty. Okay, that's fine, Angie. Angela. Angie or Angela? I think it's Angela. Boy, I hope I got that right. That's true, Brenda. Okay, so now on this one, I think I'm all caught up in chat. Oh, and you guys, does anybody on here watch MB Gray Designs? It's Mary Beth. That's what I was thinking. And then I confused myself. Even if you don't watch MB Gray Designs, her son was in a horrible motorcycle accident on Sunday, and she did put up a little thing. Hi, Maddie, saying to please pray for him. She did put up a live last night saying that he's doing much better. He's not really injured that bad. I mean, he's got some broken bones and things, and he's going to be blind in one eye, but he's not paralyzed or anything. So we still need to be praying for them, you guys. Oh, and hi, Madison. I always forget Madison. I'm going to have to make myself a note. And I don't know why, I just always forget. So now we're going to fold, let me fold the little flap over first so then I know how far to fold this. I love envelope ephemera, and I like it when I make it myself and I can decorate it. I think that's the most fun, is the decorating and design of what you've made in your pockets. And this is more pocket than an envelope, but I figured we would get it in while we're doing envelopes. Okay. So there's that. We got that folded. And now we're going to glue this and just put this back on here. Make sure my flap needs to go right below the other flaps. We're going to open all of these. Okay. And now we're going to create back pockets. I need to line my pages back up. Really? I'll snip it off. Because the fronts are lined up. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go from the fold up the side. So this is how you get a lot of pockets for your book. And it's going to make like a loaded pocket thing. And because that dips down in the back, we may want to make a little flap right here. Oops, I just tore that. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about I tore the paper because we're going to glue it down. Actually, I am going to snip this one off a little bit. And I snipped it all off. Oh, phooey. Okay. So now what we have is this back pocket. It's going to end up being all of them are like that. I can't keep snipping my papers. Huh. Well, let's snip just a tiny, 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 tiny bit off of here. That'll work. Okay, and the rest of it's going to line up just fine. That's cool. So again, I'm going to open it. And I'm going to go from the fold all the way to the top on each side. And fold it back over. And now we're going to do the last one. Up. So what we have is we have 1 pocket, 2 pocket. Okay, 1 pocket, 2 pocket, 3 pocket, 4 pocket, 5 pocket, 6 pocket, 7 pockets. And when you put it in your book, if you can have an 8th pocket that goes all the way down. And these gradually get a little bit bigger as they go. And this is way cut still Cricut. I'm going to cut my glue off if I do that. Y'all will make yours better. And you may want to make your flaps a little bit bigger. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then you would have more room up here to adjust to see where it is. Okay. Now to the business envelopes. Again, and these aren't coffee dyed or anything, but again, you can take stuff is sticking and glue just this little tip, just like we did on the regular one. Glue that up. And I'm going to cut, this time I think I want to cut across the top. So that's the decision you have to make is, are you going to cut it across the top or down the sides? Cut this one on the top. We got this little piece of glue here. Now when I fold it over to put it in a journal, this is pretty. It has a pocket here. It opens, and there's a nice little tuck here. And this is where your signature is going to go. So there's that, and there's this. Now, if you want to be real adventurous, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm just going to say it now. I don't know how it's going to work. It is MB Gray Designs, Maddie. Her son was in a bad motorcycle accident on Sunday, He was wearing his helmet. And she's got a video up with all the details. It's MB, M as in Mary, B as in boy, Designs. Her name is Mary Beth. And I'm subscribed to her. She put up a live yesterday, and at the beginning of it was explaining what his condition is and everything. He's doing a lot better. He's not going to be paralyzed or anything. There's no brain damage, but he does have some injuries. So I just, want to say that we should keep them in our prayers. Thank you, Maddie. Angie, when mine freezes up, I just hit the little button at the top and toggle it back to top chat and back to live chat, and it picks it right back up again. Thank you, Vanessa. And then Mom didn't have her procedure yesterday. If y'all watched my recorded from yesterday, she was having stomach issues and couldn't ride in a car for 45 minutes to get there to an hour. So she called and rescheduled. It's rescheduled for Friday. I won't be live on Friday. Her procedure is still, her actual having the pacemaker put in is still scheduled for the 30th. That's not changing anything. So that's next Thursday. So I will not be live next Thursday morning. And then next Friday morning, probably not, because I have to go pick her back up from the hospital. So y'all just keep us in your prayers and pray that they can do the pacemaker that they want to do, where that she's not fully asleep. They don't want to put her under general anesthetic. So I'm praying that they can do the one they want to do, which is she's sort of in and out of it. She's out, but not fully out. So we're going to do that on Friday this week. We got to go have her electrocardiogram done. So I glued this again. I put this. I'm going to fold it first this time because I'm going to be daring. I'm going to get the cutter. I want the blade at the top. If I can get the blade to go back. Okay. I'm going to very carefully cut this off to the midpoint. And snip that. And then just finish snipping that little piece off, which looks kind of funny. And then on this side, I'm going to cut the side off. So now with this one, when it's in the journal, on this one I have a pocket here, a tuck, and this side has the pocket over here. So different ways to do it. And you won't see this because in the journal it's going to have paper in between there. So another thing that I have done with my envelopes in the past, and I did it by sealing. Do we want to seal them? Yeah, we kind of have to seal them. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue where the little sticky stuff is. And I want to use 3. And this is going to kind of be like what we just did with the book pages, except with envelopes. Thank you, Angie. But what they're going to do with the pacemaker is they're going to, the way he explained it, stop he calls it the heart wires that run from the top valves to the bottom. They're cutting those completely and cauterizing them. That's why the pacemaker is necessary. She's an AFib all the time, and this is supposed to stop her AFib. Okay, we didn't do that one. Or did we? No. Okay. So we have these 3 envelopes. Now the question becomes, what do we want to do with these? I know I'm going to fold them. But before I do that, I want to cut the sides off. And I think I'm going to cut the side off that we didn't glue. Just barely cut the side off. Little smidgens. Okay. I'm going to pick up all these little teeny tiny scraps. I'm saving the bigger pieces because you can stamp on those and whatnot. So now that I have all of these open, I'm going to turn them this way. And I'm going to fold this one up like this. This one up a little bit less. Not as tall. And then this one less. So then I'm going to stack them together. And I have 2 that are almost the same height. So this one I'm going to refold. Try to get it kind of in between the other 2. There we go. And the reason I wanted to refold it is so we have the stair steps at the top, stair steps at the bottom. So again, we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. Each one of these has a pocket on the side where we cut the envelope open. And depending on how you put it in your book page, either a pocket this way, or no pocket on the back. So now we get to glue them all. And I think I'm going to start here this time. And I'm off camera. I'm just running the glue up the edges. So that when I flip it back, it will make the pocket. Let me pull that like that. There we go. Make sure this is on the fold. And I'm going to run the glue up this edge. I've put these in journals before, and they are so much fun to decorate, you guys. And we're going to put this like this. Now all of our back pockets are made. And now we're just going to do this one. This is where any clusters that you've made could come in handy, putting clusters on like the front of the main one. Lace along the top edges. Just all kind of things you can do with these. And then you can load them up with all kind of ephemera in your journal. This would also fit, if you think about this, this would make an awesome Happy Mail. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to now put this like this. So we didn't use this envelope, but because we made this from envelope, it will fit in an envelope. You just have to kind of refold the top of it. So once you have it decorated and it's all loaded and you've got all your stuff that you want to put in here, you can just put it in another business size envelope. Like I said, you just have to kind of refold where the fold is, but I use packing tape to seal mine. And then you can send this off in the mail as a Happy Meal. When they open it, all this stuff is in there. And we have all these extra pockets. So we have all of this stuff. Let's see. Now, when I was making these out of the, misprinted paper. Oh, did I show y'all how to make this? We'll go back. When I was making these out of the misprinted papers, I was thinking, I have a clutch that goes in my purse. There's no tutorial for this yet, but if y'all want a tutorial, I can make you one. Hi, Mother. Gina's mother. Or my mom. I can't call her Jean because, but that's Mom. Hi, Laura. How are you? Long time no see. Thank you for coming. Oh, Angie, don't worry about that. You're fine. You're working on a Happy Meal. You got to have the information. So what I was thinking was I have a thing that goes in my purse. So this was my first one. It's got a magnet closure on it, and it just opens. And it's got pockets here, here, and here to put things, and then this pocket to put other things. And I sealed the outside of it, closes with a magnet. I could drop it in my purse and just take it with me. Well, from this, I was like, well, there's got to be a better way. This is, again, a magnet closure. I made, what happened? This one with gussets. It's got a pocket here. It's got a pocket here. And it's got this big pocket in the middle. It's got the gussets on each side that do close when you close it. And it's closed with a magnet. No tutorial on this. And I don't know that anybody else has made one. I haven't seen. I've seen envelopes made like this, but not this kind of thing. So either one of these would be good to put stuff in, info in, and drop it in your purse. If y'all want to see a tutorial, I can work on making up one for that. Now let's go back to what we made, because I wanted to make sure I showed y'all how to make. I think we did. This may be what we did today. So we made this one. So we have this. No, we didn't ink today, so I know this isn't it. Let's look at the book paper stuff. Yes, we made one similar. We need to make this one. This one. Thought we did. Nope, we did not make one. Okay, so this is 2 book pages folded, and we'll make one. And then it's got the little flappy thing, and I did not cut my corners. And I like to have my corners rounded on these. So we'll just come in here and round our corners off. We made, this one didn't stay glued if we glued it. Let's glue it. We didn't glue it. I've lost my Elmer. There it is. We need to glue these little things together. Or we don't have a pocket. Okay. We put this strip of paper on here and left it because this way, this flap, when all works correctly, will tuck down into there. And that will hold your little envelope closed. So there's that one with the little flap that tucks in. We just put a piece of paper over it. We're going to make one of those. We did the envelope, which we just did these where we cut the top of it off, made the little things. It'll go in. We made this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8 pockets, 4 book pages. We made this one with, so it'll have 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 pockets, and that was 2 book pages, if I'm not mistaken. Feels like it was just 2. But we need 2 more. Oh, and we made, what did we do? We made one like this that's just a regular envelope. It folds up, pocket here, a pocket here, and a little tiny pocket here. So if you have like a little tiny something to put in this pocket, and it, depending on how you put it in your book page, again, you could have a tuck going this way, a pocket this way, or you could put it on the corner of the page and have a corner pocket. This one is just, we tuck the flap in, fold it in half so that you have a tuck here and a tuck here in a journal. This one goes this way, but has the pockets on the ends, on each end, and then these 2 little tucks. And then this is the one that we cut. This side, I cut the top off. It's got a tuck here. And on the other side, it's going to have the tuck here and a pocket here. And it would just be in the journal. So now I need to get 2 more book pages that aren't glued together. And I have about gone through this entire book block. Tutorial, Carrie Ann? Okay. Aren't they cute? I thought that was just an ingenious little idea. So I will make a tutorial for that. You should have seen me trying to make that last night. I'm like, I have an idea. I want to make this thing. And then you're only limited by your paper. One of these, you mean, Vanessa? This one with the gussets in it? I can do a tutorial on both of those. Not a problem. Okay, so now we're going to make this. And I'm going to start with turning my paper upside down. And I know that I want a flap. About this long. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate these 2 papers. I know this is going to be my flap. I am going to glue them together now. And y'all can probably hear Miss Muffet. She's under my desk and she's snoring. Y'all gonna think the dog didn't do nothing all day but snore, which is pretty much true. Right, Carrie Ann, you could carry your coupons in it. So now I want to fold this one up. Well, I want to give it a flap. And I just tore that again. I'm not going to worry about it. Fold it over to the top of that first row of words because I'm going to glue it down anyway. And I want it to go up to about there. So this is what's going to determine where the other one's going to go. So I know I want it to go to here. So let me glue these down before I rip this little corner off. This is one of those no worries things. We're going to glue it anyway. And I'm probably going to put lace on it when I use it. So I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to glue this flap all the way to the fold on both sides and fold it up. I'm going to fold it up, and maybe I don't want to fold it up that far. I'm going to give it also a little flap like this. Now we have a decision to make, because currently this is open. What happened to my window? Okay, currently this is open. So you have a decision to make. Because right now that's what we can do something about. Do you want that to stay open? Or do you want this to be more like an envelope with 2 pockets? Because in the gluing process, this is where you can make this decision. Because this isn't glued shut yet. But I'm thinking I want it to be just like this, just an envelope with 2 pockets. So I'm going to glue mine shut. But you could leave it open and have an extra pocket. A hidden secret spot. I think my glue has quit working. Nope, there it goes. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this down and close it up. And then I'm going to put glue down this side and glue down this side. And Miss Muffet's making a lot of noise today. And now I'm going to put glue across here where my flap is. And I'm going to take my corner cutter and round my corners. So now we have an envelope like this that we can put in a journal. Oops, like this that we can put in a journal. It's like this one. And it's ready to be decorated. You can also put the strip of paper like we did before. So you could put a strip of paper across here to tuck your flap behind. Now, seeing where if you wanted to tuck the flap behind, let's see, I would want to fold it so I could cut it correctly. You can do this. You can actually not even. Okay. Like that. So it comes to a point, and then when you put your piece of paper here, that's just going to tuck right in there. I kind of liked how that looks. And then you would just decorate this piece of paper. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's see, I need it to be roughly that long, and that's crooked. And we're going to glue that flap down better. I need to glue, if I'm keeping this like this, I'm going to glue these under, which will just make for a sturdier flap. You could also cut them off. That's it. But I think I'm just going to leave them on there. And then I'm going to put this, I'm going to glue down one side across the bottom and up the other side. And I need to get this little piece of paper. And I'm going to just put this on the front. We'll tuck right down in there like that. So what do y'all think? You like the pockets on top of pockets, Maddie? I know. So that's what we did today. We were just altering some envelopes. We're going to be able to decorate these as this series continues. So I'm just going to stack up. So, but if you think about this made already, we're making a lot of stuff that we can put in our stash to pull from when we make junk journals. Because am I going to use all of these envelopes in one journal? No. But I have them so that now, and I really like this one. I need to make more of these. But I have them so that now I can put them in journals and decorate them with ephemera and, from to use in journals or Happy Mail, like I said, where you put the little pockets together and make it a loaded Happy Mail. And don't get rid of your, here we were going to do this. Not done yet. This was a cut-off trimmed paper from something. I couldn't tell you what I trimmed. And it won't do my cutter, so let me cut a little bit off the end. Hopefully it was not enough. Well, I know we're going to fold it anyway to make a pocket or an envelope-y thing. So, since I know we're going to do that, now I'm going to trim it. There we go. And that doesn't look straight, does it? Let's do this again. Line it up with a straight edge and a straight edge. And then cut off neat. So, this is going to be more of a squarish kind of envelope with a little flap. And I'm just going to round my corners. I may need to, I do need to empty it. I've been cutting corners. All day, cutting corners all day. Now we'll see if this will fit in there. There we go. And I'm just going to run a bead of glue up each side. So any cutoffs that look like they might be wide enough to make a pocket, a tuck spot, belly bands, I save all of that stuff, all the scraps. Because this is what they're great for. And that almost lines back up on the front, so it kind of goes together, which is kind of cool. And then this could go in a journal as well. And so we have all the stuff that we've been making that we can decorate, which we're going to get to do like tomorrow's Thursday. I am going live tomorrow. Tomorrow's F. It's flowers. So it's whether it's flowers that you make, flowers that you like, the roses that I got from AliExpress. I'm going to be taking some of those apart and making them different. My little Tim Holtz flowers are going to get took apart because I love them, but they work with what we can do with the flowers to make them work in our journals. So tomorrow is flowers. And then we can decorate some stuff like yesterday we made these tags. We could put some little flowers around or, well, I don't think pearls are pea, but that's extras. But we could put flowers on the things that we've made that aren't completely decorated. Like we did, this was one of the doily things. It does need flowers or something. So this is where we can start decorating some of our stuff. Or we can just get the flowers ready to be used in our journals and set them aside. That kind of thing. So tomorrow will be flowers, and tomorrow we're going live at the same time, 10 Central. Oh, wow, Laura, that's cool. So we'll be going live tomorrow at the same time, 10 Central, 11 Eastern, and continuing the series and working on flowers. And I can even show you again how I make, hang on, I got to find them. I think there's some in this baggie back here of scrappagey stuff. Oops, I'm dropping stuff out of my scrappagey bag. We're not going to make the rosette, but I could show you how I made the little flower in the middle of the rosette. And then this is a book paper flower that's ready to be embellished. This is the double layered book paper flower. So we could maybe do, that's a prima flower that I pulled the middle out of and put a blingy in. Another one of the doubled over book paper flowers ready to be colored or whatever needs to be done. And then there's these ones, which is like the one in the middle of the rosette, made with lace and a Dollar Tree acrylic flower. And I saw, and this is one of the little Dollar Tree sticker flowers that I colored with alcohol ink. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow. I know. She's so funny. She's not in pain or anything. She's just snoring. And what kills me is at night she'll be on the bed and she won't be under the covers and she'll be asleep, but she won't be snoring. But as soon as she goes under this, and I'm like, really? You snoring before you went under there? Now I'm just putting all my stuff back. So tomorrow is flowers. The replay, you can see, I like replays because you can pause the replays and rewind them if you need to. It's hard to do that on a live. And it looks like my chat stopped again. There we go. It's moving. Sounds great, Deborah. Cool. So that's it for today, guys, unless y'all just want to chit-chat some. But that's really all I have for today. Just that envelopes and how to make them. And then I will come up with stuff for the others. I hope it does too, because I think that's going to, and I see that it's doing that now, Maddie. And Mother may have forgotten and turned her internet on her phone on. Or time of day, more people home from lunch and stuff. It killed me when I did it at 5 o'clock this morning and that thing was zipping. And it degrades that fast. Guys, and y'all all have a great day. And I'll see y'all back tomorrow morning if I don't see you in another live later. Bye, everybody.